This is Claude Code running an open-source model, GLM 5.2, at about a quarter of the normal token cost. In this video, we're going to set that up from scratch. Have it write a TradingView strategy from pure reasoning, plug it into a backtesting tool so it optimizes itself in a loop, and then let it execute trades through a guarded script. Everything is educational, nothing here is financial advice, and every file I touch is in the companion guide in the Alpha Cartel Discord. Link below. Let's build. First, the terminal. Wave terminal, free, open source, and the reason we're using it is pains. One command on Windows, wing it install command line.wave. Brew on Mac, install script on Linux. Done. Set up 4 panes, the agent on the left, and on the right, a file preview on the project folder, a log tail, and a browser widget will point at the exchange later. This layout is the whole cockpit. Next, Claude Code. Make a project folder, I'm calling it GLM-Quant-Desk, with 4 subfolders, Strategies, MCP-Server, Executor, and Logs. Now the model swap. Go to z.ai, create an API key. Then inside the project folder, create .claude/settings.local.json. 3 things doing the work here. The base URL reroutes every request from Anthropic to z.ai. The auth token carries your z.ai key, and the model lines remap Claude Code's internal model names to GLM. The last 2 lines stop background calls that would fail with a third-party key and give long reasoning runs enough timeout headroom. Because this file is project scoped, your normal Claude Code setup everywhere else is untouched. Only this folder routes to GLM launch with Claude, then switch /model GLM-5.2. If the status line updates and it answers a test prompt, you're routed. One gotcha. If you've got an Anthropic key exported in your shell, it overrides this file. Clear it first. Setup done. Now we make it work. Phase 1. No tools, no data. We want a strategy from architectural reasoning only. So the prompt is all constraints. PineScript v6, no external data, no multi-time frame calls, and explicitly no renamed RSI or MACD crossovers. 3 required layers, a direction filter, a momentum confirmation gate, and a volatility-based trailing exit. Exact prompt is in the guide. Paste it, turn thinking effort to max, and let it run. Mine reasoned for about 13 minutes. What comes back is a 3-gate system it named the ATR Multi-Confirmation Trend Strategy. Gate 1, a super trend, sets direction, no trades against it. Gate 2, ADX plus a volume filter, the trend has to have actual strength and actual participation before an entry fires. Gate 3, an ATR trailing stop that ratchets behind price and handles every exit. To test it, TradingView, Pine Editor, paste, add to chart, open the strategy tester. On the 1-hour BTC chart, it's mediocre. Trend logic drowns in low time frame noise, and that's expected. Flip to the 4-hour and 12-hour and the equity curve cleans up properly. Higher time frame, better structure, better results. That's your phase 1 checkpoint. It works where its own design says it should. Now we make it improve itself. Phase 2 gives the agent a tool, a command line backtester exposed over MCP, so it can test its own strategy without leaving the terminal. The server is one Python file, mcp-server/backtester.py, full code in the guide. It pulls historical candles from the exchange, runs the same 3-gate logic, and returns the results as JSON the agent can read. Register it with a .mcp.json in the project root, server name, Python, path to the file. Restart the session, approve the server when it asks, and check with /mcp. You should see one tool, run-backtest. Now, the prompt that changes everything. One instruction, roughly. Backtest the strategy through the tool, Read the results, diagnose what's wrong, change 1 or 2 parameters with a stated reason. Rerun every 5 minutes for 1 hour. Log every iteration. Don't ask for confirmation. Send it and take your hands off. In your pains, you'll watch the log fill up and the strategy file rewrite itself iteration by iteration. Early runs lose. It works out why? Stops too tight? Momentum gate too loose. Adjusts and reruns. One rule before you trust any of it. Those results are on the data it optimized against. The guide has a walk-forward prompt. Same strategy, different symbol, different window. If the config survives that, it's real. If it collapses, the loop just memorized a chart. Last step, execution. Phase 3 connects the agent to WEEX, but never directly. It goes through a local script where the safety rules are enforced in code, because a model can be argued out of an instruction, but it can't be argued out of a hard-coded limit. First, the API key. In WEEX's API management, orders and positions only, withdrawals disabled. The key goes into a .env file in the executor folder, never into the chat, and that file goes straight into .gitignore. The executor is one file, executor/trade-tool.py, full code in the guide. The part that matters is the limits block at the top. Maximum 3 trades, $50 margin cap, isolated 10x, a 1-hour session timer, and stop loss and take profit required on every order. It refuses anything without a bracket. There's also a kill switch. Create a file called kill in the folder, and all new orders are blocked. A flatten command closes everything. And note the mode line in the env file. It defaults to WEEX's demo environment. Live market prices, fake balance. Going live is one flag. After you've run it in demo, that order is not optional. The session prompt tells it. Read the order book, candles, and VWAP for 3 symbols through the tool. Short downtrends holding below VWAP, long uptrends pulling back into it. Skip anything showing neither. Place exactly 3 trades with stop sized off structure. Then let the exchange side brackets handle every exit and write a session report at the end. Send it, hands off. It works through each symbol, states a thesis, and fires the orders. In my run, 1 short and 2 longs. Fully unattended. Some positions stop out. That's the brackets doing their job. The session closed net positive, and the whole thing is written up in the report file. That's the full build. An open source model inside the Claude Code harness. Writing a strategy from reasoning, optimizing it in a closed loop, and executing through a guarded tool. 1 config file, 1 MCP server, 1 executor script, 3 prompts. Everything is in the companion guide in the Alpha Cartel Discord, free, link in the description, config, full Pine script, backtester, executor, and every prompt as a copy block. Run it in demo, post your iteration logs in the channel, educational only, leverage cuts both ways, and no AI output is financial advice. Like and sub if this saved you a build weekend. See you in the next one.